back here with Cameron and Eve. Say hi.
Hey. Hi.
Eve, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Lola Star with 2 R's.
Cameron?
You can find me on Instagram on @InTheSivas and on Twitter @It'sCammyCam.
And then you can find me on Instagram at everything_divas, and then on Twitter at Ryan Sebi, which is RyanSebi.
And just like last week, it'll be in the description. We're gonna be woke queens.
Yes, skinny legends here.
Skinny legends.
Honestly, same.
So let's just get into it. And the first thing, last Sunday we had Great Balls of Fire, and the match obviously was Sasha versus Alexa. I thought that match was really good. What do you guys have to say about it? Eve?
It was iconic.
Honestly, it was way, way better than I expected. And
Way better than the build-up.
Yeah, and they actually put together a really good, promo package for the whole thing that made me kind of, even more here for the match. And,
Right, that happened?
and then, how, Sasha attacked Alexa after the match, and, and then Raw Talk. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, it was everything.
that was a good match. And,
a few,
I felt like
but
they
not
really...
a few.
I feel like they really made Alexa look like a strong heel champion in that match, too, which I thought was good, because she had been kind of, cakewalking a lot.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, especially on Twitter, were saying that the match was only going to be good because of Sasha and this and that. And I'm like, I'm not even an Alexa fan, but there is no way you can deny that she was good in that match. They both had surprisingly good chemistry for how much they hate each other. I thought they were going to be petty and do no selling and just be fake towards each other. But no, they really brought it with both the moves and the selling. Like Sasha selling that backbreaker, I was like, dang!
Oh, that was a thick spot. Oh my god. She did the Matrix,
Just her neck is over.
Honestly?
Dude, her back was over. Oh my god.
Eating canceled.
Being tube fed as we speak.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was really good, and especially the after match attack. I liked it because I felt like if it just ended like that, that would have just been not as personal. But Sasha was no bitch, you're not gonna do this to me, and she legit snatched her from the back of her hair and threw her into the Tron and really jumped off the damn announce table with the double knees.
Double knees.
That was crazy. That was so crazy.
I loved
That was
it.
really good.
Yeah.
I love that match.
And now, since we all agree that match was everything,
Yes.
the tragedy that was Raw.
Another random random tag match, and honestly, okay, the way they booked Nia and Bayley in this match made me so beyond mad, because why is Nia always getting dragged? How does that work?
She'll be a monster.
Sasha hit her in the leg at one point in the match, and then Bayley goes up top and does a weak elbow drop, and that knocks her down. Really? Are you kidding me? And then of all people, Bayley gets to win the match? Oh no.
And pins Alexa?
Oh no.
What kind of sin?
No. Was not here for that match. Not even in the slightest.
I hate how they book Nia to be a monster one week, and then the horsewoman beat her ass the next. Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, I can see they're clearly trying to do a fatal four-way at SummerSlam, and I'm kind of here for that match, honestly. But it's just that tag match, really?
I'm tired of tag matches. You just have someone whoop somebody's ass, attack them or something. You don't have to do a tag match every week to incorporate 2 extra superstars.
They should have just had a segment. That would have been more effective, in my opinion. I feel like Sasha should have came out first and called out Alexa, and they should have had an exchange of words, or even a backstage segment or something.
Yeah, it was a repeat of the Raw before, except this time Bayley won. What? Huh? I don't get it. I guess she's redeeming herself, I guess, to get included in the SummerSlam match if they are aiming for that. but it's like she literally got dragged in 3 minutes to Alexa at Extreme Rules, and then last week on Raw, she got dragged by Nia and couldn't even compete in the tag match. But suddenly she can win the like tag match and beat the champion at that. Okay, Raw, like what?
I thought that was lame. I really thought Alexa should have got the win.
I thought Sasha should have got the win, honestly, but why is Bailey like she was the least I really thought was gonna win. Like I really thought she was gonna take the pin if Sasha wasn't winning. Like I was like guaranteeing that Bailey was not gonna get the win, and she pinned Alexa.
The only thing they did good about that match was the fact that Sasha like didn't even care about the match. She just wanted more of Alexa. Like she was like, "No, we're gonna fight. Like you can run all you want. I'm still coming for you." That was like the only thing I liked about that match.
I only watched half the match because I didn't care. I watched the last half and I was like, okay, what the fuck was this?
Yeah.
Like, cause we were all on PS4, and once they said who was in the match, I was like, okay, I'm not switching over. Like, I don't care.
It just I don't
Like
know.
I thought it would have been better. I just expected more.
And I don't understand why they feel the need to put Bailey and Nia in. Like Sasha and Alexa is already so personal, and even in that tag match, Sasha wanted more of Alexa. Like it's clearly about them two. So why are Nia and Bailey even involved? Like I get they're best friends, like with the other people, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like we need a good women's singles match at SummerSlam, in my opinion, and I hope SmackDown's doing that because we'll get into that later. But Raw is clearly not because they're already inserting people who really have no business with the beef between Alexa and Sasha.
Okay, if you're gonna insert somebody, remove Bailey and insert Emma.
I just hate that she's like not getting to do anything, and then she had a lame return. Let me not even get into that again. Like I've already said that, but I just want more for Emma.
But
She
yeah,
deserves it. She really does.
and another thing, okay, so Dana had this like little thing out, Great Balls of Fire on the pre-show, and then Emma interrupts saying she needs to talk to her backstage and all this and that, and I was excited. Like I was like, oh, so on Raw we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Like
Girl,
And then
no.
they didn't even mention it. I totally forgot about that.
I was like, huh? So then I went on like Dana's Instagram after because I was just like, did she post anything about it? Apparently, it was moved to main event because we got Mickey versus Emma for some reason on main event. And Dana was like, did I listen to Emma or blah, 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 like tune into main event this week? I was like, really? So
Nobody
they,
watched it.
right, they demoted that to main event. Really? I'll
In
wait.
3 hours, you couldn't find like 10 minutes
Like 2
for
minutes
another
to
girl
just
match.
like do that.
Like, why is why is Mickey versus Emma on main event? That's my question. Because Raw really needs to start building their women's division, except for the 4 people they only use. And instead, they put them on main event. Like, I'm glad Mickey's winning. I'm glad Emma's getting a match. But why is it main event and not Raw? Like, I don't.
Why is Mickey even on main event? That's the real question.
Why is main event a show?
I thought they stopped doing that after the draft. Like,
Honestly, same. But apparently not because
cause like SmackDown doesn't even do superstars. So
yeah,
did I miss something?
Superstars got canceled. But I think main event's still around for some reason.
Why?
I
Like
really don't know.
why?
Like they have enough shows already. Like we have Raw, we have SmackDown,
Exactly.
we have 205 Live for the cruiserweights, we have NXT. Why do we have main event? Could you really not fit one more match or 2 more matches on the Raw card instead of having a segment that lasts 30 damn minutes? Like really? Like Raw creative team seriously like they really try it
They put
sometimes.
it together.
They need to all get released because I'm about done. Like
Like, the matches are good,
yeah,
but the creativity, the story are terrible. Like you're throwing
But the
people.
matches aren't even that great, in my
No, I'm talking
opinion.
about like the title matches, not those super tag matches. Like the title matches, they know who to put in the title matches, and they know that the match will be good, except for the match, the Extreme Rules match, but or the handle on the pole or whatever, except for that one. They know the title matches will be good. Like they know that people can like throw it down in the ring, but they can't build the story and they can't do it the right way. Like you legit just watch Raw. Like one, some people don't even watch Raw. You legit watch a Raw pay-per-view for the women just because you know the match will be good. You don't watch like week after week, and you're not impressed week after week. It's like irritating.
Yeah, they know how
I
to
just
use the
wish they would
girls that
like
are
book
over.
better.
It's just, I don't know. Yeah, like they know how to use the girls that are over at pay-per-views, but suddenly when Raw comes around, we totally forget how to book a storyline. We totally
And
forget
we
how to
don't
book a
know how to use
character.
girls that aren't completely over. Like
Right?
okay,
Like girls who are struggling, we suddenly don't recognize them.
like
It's
everyone on SmackDown is over except Tamina, but Tamina's about to get over. Like
right. They're even doing stuff with Tamina, like she's actually becoming a threat. And what's
And
Raw doing? It's so crazy, like how different they are. Why is Tamina doing more than Emma, Mickey James, Alicia Fox, and Dana
mm,
Brooke combined? Combined. Like I'm here for Tamina. I'm here for like them pushing her. But why can't Raw just give their other girls just a little bit of time? Like it's so sad. Now I know why some of the girls, like Summer, aren't returning. Cause like if they can't book their roster now, how are they going to bring in some other girl that they have that's not even returned yet? Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like, there's a reason Paige and Summer. Well, Paige we'll get into after,
Well,
but yeah,
yeah.
but Summer, like, it's like because they don't know what to do with her. They don't even know what to do with Mickey James, Emma, Dana, Alicia. Like, I can't. I can't with Raw.
I don't know why it's so hard to like. I mean, like I know it's hard to like always come up with fresh and new stuff, but it's like I don't know. I just feel like
it's
with
even
all
hard
those
for
people,
SmackDown.
yeah, exactly. I'm like with all those people, nobody could think of anything. And like even with the people you know you're gonna push, you honestly can't think of like anything better like to make the match at Great Balls of Fire that much more personal. You can't even follow up with it better.
And Raw is supposed to be the superior brand. Like
Right, it's
I,
supposed to be the flagship show, but you can't even bridge the gaps. Like, how does that work?
It's like Raw uses headlines to get views and to start quote unquote storylines. Like every storyline or story or whatever they're trying to do has kind of like some actual stuff behind it. Like Enzo and Cass, they were best friends. They're best friends in real life, and now they're having this big feud as a giant split. So everyone's paying attention to that now because they were huge in NXT and all of that. And now Alexa versus Sasha, like everyone knows their beef in real life. So Raw's like, well, since we don't know how to book a story and we're too lazy to do it, why don't we just make them feud? Because the stuff's already there. All we need to do is put them in matches and segments. Like, it's just
But they barely even did any segments. Like, honestly, like, uh, I don't know. Like,
I don't know how much we can say week after week about how bad Raw is. Like it's getting tiresome to say the same thing every week. Like and to complain about the same thing every week. But there's honestly nothing more that we can do. It's bad. But what I can say is that we can move on to SmackDown.
yes,
Honestly,
love
that's my
SmackDown.
favorite part of every show. Except last week. Last week was not woke, but that's a different story.
but we forgot about that because SmackDown writers were clearly on vacation and the Raw writers like substituted, but that's it.
Right. So, Fatal Five Way announced.
I'm so excited for that match.
I
Well,
don't.
Team Natty all the way.
Yes, Natty, but I'm excited for the match. I feel like it'll be really good, but I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like
I
SmackDown
just don't like.
just,
I don't like that Naomi's not defending.
yeah.
I guess.
But she's defended so much,
No,
though.
I do.
Like,
I do not count those two last Lana defenses where she won in like a minute and then 30 seconds. Like, that's not really a defense in my eyes. Like, I want like
Right,
real
and we don't want to go
matches.
into that for another 2 hours.
Right, like this people pass on that. But
But I mean, like, I know a lot of people were like complaining that, you know, they feel like SmackDown just keeps throwing all the girls out there for these matches. But it's like, I like how they leave it open so, like, you know, girls have like an opportunity to step up to the plate because it's like you never
Yeah.
know. It's like, you know, this month, you know, now it's like, okay, Naomi's still champ, but is it Charlotte's time? You know, is
And you're
Noah gonna
always
cash
guessing
in?
who's gonna
Is
ultimately
Tamina
win.
gonna get her moment? Yeah, like is Natty gonna get her moment and, you know, headline, well, at least for the women, SummerSlam, you know, so
It's like
I
you're
like
damned if you do
it.
and you're damned if you don't because they complain about people not using people on Raw,
Yeah,
but
and I
all of a
love
sudden
it. Like,
SmackDown's like doing these
and there's an
multi-match
yeah,
actual
things that are sick.
story because all the girls have like some form of beef with each other, and they're all still hungry for the title. So it's like there's all these layers, and you get why they're all going for it, as opposed to on Raw. It's like, where was the story? Like, we know, like, you know, Natty and, you know, the welcoming committee are trying to take out Charlotte, and Charlotte's still trying to, you know, cement her legacy. Becky still wants her, you know, second run because she felt robbed because of how things went with Alexa and, you know, everybody cheating her out of her, you know, moment. And then Lana's, you know, scratching for her moment to like prove herself. And, you know, it's like, it all makes sense. But like when, if, you know, Kurt Angle walks up to all the Raw girls and, you know, just throw them in a fatal five way. It's like, okay, Mickey, where did you come from? Alicia Fox, I thought you were on 205 Live. Okay, Sasha, I get. Alexa, you're the champ. Okay, Nia, you come and go. Like, you know what? It's like they're not all connected. So when they just get thrown into a gauntlet match in the main event of Raw, it's like, that's great because, you know, they're getting a main event spot and, you know, that's a lot of time, but it's like, it's a wasted opportunity because there was no build up to that. They didn't need that.
It was random.
Right, it was just random. That's
It's
just thrown
always random.
together. Yeah, that's just thrown together. But SmackDown, I feel like I don't know if a lot of people, like the people listening or whatever, watch TNA, but I used to love when they would always do the Knockouts Battle Royal and the Knockout Six Pack Challenge because they were always all connected. Like Velvet and Angelina were, you know, on again, off again with being the beautiful people. Madison wanted to get her fifth championship reign. Everyone's like trying to go after Gail. Like, I just really liked how they were all connected, and it wasn't just like, okay, I'm face now, so we're best friends, and all of our history just went poof. It's like they were also connected, so you got why. Okay, we need a big match so we can all like let it out, and then see who the real woman is to go for the title. Like, I love that. I like that, and it makes sense on SmackDown. On Raw, not so much.
my only issue is not with this exact match because I'm excited for the match and I think it's going to really deliver. My issue is that SmackDown puts all their girls in one match and it's a trend because at Backlash we had a six pack challenge. That match was great, so I'm not going to complain about that. Royal Rumble, we got a 6 person tag, and I was like, okay, like I get it because there's a duo show, so they have to include all the girls, and there's 3 storylines, so it's like, okay, like that connects. And then at Elimination Chamber, they all have their singles matches, which was I was here for that. But then at WrestleMania, it was every woman in the locker room, and then at Backlash, a 6 woman tag, and then Money in the Bank is Money in the Bank, so I can't complain about that because you need all those girls to be in it. And
Right.
then now this pay per view, it's gonna be every a 5 pack challenge for contendership, and I'm like, this match and like the other pack challenges, I'm here for because they're really good. But I'm just like, at this point, I feel like SmackDown's just doing it too much because I don't know. Like I feel like they wasted so many multi-girl matches with tag matches at pay-per-views. Like there's no reason they should have done a 6 woman tag at Backlash. Like that was such a waste for a pay-per-view, honestly.
They are
And
doing it a lot, but they're doing it opposed to Raw doing it the wrong way. They're doing it the right way because at least everything makes sense.
yeah, like I love how
And
it's
then
all
it's not
connected.
just highlighting one person, and it's not like all of a sudden Tamina's this monster, even though we never book her properly, and she eliminates half the roster. Then when Becky Lynch comes out, now all of a sudden she's not such a monster, and she taps out. You know, like, I don't like that.
Yeah, like I love how they're all connected, and I love the like how they all do have a part in it. Like they all are fighting for it, and they all earned it. Honestly, instead of like Raw's Gauntlet match, everyone was just thrown in it because they were. But I feel like everyone has earned the right to be in this match. But it's just like I don't know, like enough is enough sometimes, and I feel like after they do this, they should really the one woman storylines. Like I feel like after this, we should have a definite winner who should face Naomi at SummerSlam in a singles or triple threat even. I won't complain about that. And then another feud. Cuz like I feel like SmackDown now has enough girls to do two feuds at pay-per-views, and throwing them all into one match just like not takes away importance, but it's just like at the same time it's just like it's so ineffective to have the same girls doing the same stuff every single time. So I feel like this should be like the pause button. And like when this finishes, they should start focusing on other feuds or two feuds for the women. Like I could see Becky and Carmella starting to feud because their whole thing, or even like a tag match when James comes back, like Carmella and James versus Charlotte and Becky, and then Naomi versus like Tamina with Lana or something. Like that would be a good setup because their story's already there. They just need to build off of it. So
Hmm.
that's just kind of where my head's at.
But I mean, like, I agree with you, but I also feel like SmackDown is in that really good spot, like how NXT was when like it felt like everyone was like getting development time and they were all building their factions and who like their own hierarchy and everything as far as who was the champ, who was that girl, who was the one to put everyone over. And I feel like they're at a point where it's like inclusion makes us stronger as opposed to like breaking out into like their own little like you said side feuds as opposed to it, because that's what makes SmackDown SmackDown. They make everybody a main player, and everybody at any moment could step up and be the woman, and I like that, and I don't want them to change that, not so fast, because like I get what you mean. I do really want Naomi to have that feud. Like I would love it so much if like this fatal five way was happening and then like Naomi was facing like Nikki or Eva right now at Battleground. I would love that because we would have two feuds going. But I like it, and I don't think, to be honest, like Naomi's not gonna do anything because Carmella's kind of like to the side too, and I feel like maybe somehow they'll have a match. Maybe not necessarily for the title, but because they have their beef too.
But I feel like that's just kind of pointless if it's not for the title. I feel like if there is one storyline, it should be for the title, but I also don't like when they only focus on the title, if you know what I mean. Like, I love when there's feuds that are based off other things or personal. Like, I would love for Carmella and James versus Becky and Charlotte because, like, James and Becky, like, everyone knows, like, they have, like, those little feuds, like, every single time they interact in SmackDown. And, like, even in the ladder match, like, Becky was the one who was getting like physical with James, and she's the one who threw him out. Like
Hmm.
the stuff's already there, and I feel like that could really build into another feud, especially since Carmella's missed Money in the Bank. They don't have to focus on not including her because she can't be in the title matches technically because she can cash in whenever. So that would be a way I feel like they could include her in storylines because I mean, if her and Naomi don't have a match at Battleground, then what is she gonna do? Like nothing. She'll be there lurking, but she can't like do anything because she doesn't have a match to cash in on, or she doesn't have a match to compete in. And if Naomi versus Carmella happens, that'd be great. But it's like, for what?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just don't really have like I
I'm
don't really have a gripe
100%.
about SmackDown. Like, I feel like they do. I just feel like they line things up like fine. Like, I mean, okay, if we are gonna nitpick, then I, I mean, even though I didn't necessarily have an issue with it, I did like the matches that her and Lana had, and I didn't necessarily have an issue with them being short. I would have liked for them to be longer, but I wasn't necessarily mad that they were really short. But
I don't know. For the most part, I enjoy everything that SmackDown throws out, and the Fatal Five
hmm
Way is not an issue for me because we know we're getting a guaranteed one-on-one at SummerSlam, and if not guaranteed one-on-one, then maybe a triple threat, which I'm not mad at because I like the triple threat
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
I would love for it to be a triple threat.
Yeah, I don't consider like triple threats like multi-women because I consider multi-women like the whole locker room. Like I love triple threats because I'm like one person's in and then oh like you never know what can happen in a triple threat and I really like that. And it's not like
Yeah.
it's not too many people. Like sometimes when they put too many girls in a match and I'm just like dang. Like
So who would you like to see like at SummerSlam for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Ryan?
if I could just pick, I would do Natty and Charlotte in a triple threat with Naomi because I feel like that's like the match that needs to happen on SmackDown.
I would like that too. I think that would be a really nice like. I think they will all be a good fit together in a match.
Those were the two that I wanted.
Oh, so we all agree
Oh,
on that. Cool.
yeah. That was literally what I was gonna say.
So I feel like they have the star in that match, Charlotte, and then they have like the over face who's the champion and has like the creativity, Naomi, and then we have Natty who's like submission and just like pure wrestling ability. Like I'm just like perched thinking about that match. Like I'm getting
Anyway,
shivers.
speaking of Natalie, let's talk about Natalie and Tamina first. Becky and Charlotte.
I thought that was a good match. It was
Yeah.
like it was a nice little like go, and then Charlotte and Becky are so cute together. Like you can tell they're just having so much fun. Like and then they're doing a little tea time. Like Charlotte is trying to stay tweener because like in her backstage segments, and then when she's out in the ring with Becky, she's like two different people because like she's having so much fun with her bestie. But like backstage, she's like, "Yeah, I'm the queen, so yeah, where's my title shot?" Like
I love it.
she's got like a split personality right now, but it's all good.
I honestly didn't watch the match. I saw the ending though. Because, like, I didn't really care, like, to be honest with you. But I saw the ending though, and I woke at Tamina.
That ending.
That was crazy.
That was an
Like I was
ending.
really like thrown off. I was like, oh my god, Tamina Snuka just pinned a 4-time Raw Women's Champion.
Like, she didn't pin Becky, like, she fucked up Charlotte.
Like she hit her finisher and pinned her. Like, granted, Lana had a little like part in that, but she got her. Like, whoa.
Like that's how you book a tag match. Raw, take notes. Like it was perfect. Like the way my favorite part is like Natty. Like when when Lana jumped off that thing and Charlotte was distracted, Natty like quickly tags Tamina and just like flops on the mat and like acts completely dead and just like lets Charlotte lock her up for like Tamina to clock her. Like I was dying. I was like, honestly, same. Like literally me in 2K17. Like
Okay, so now that we're woke about Tamina actually giving time, let's talk about NXT. Vanessa Bourne versus Jamie. Honestly, not impressed. Like, I don't know what that match was. Like, not that I didn't like Vanessa or anything like that. Like, she's cute. But, like, the match was too. I'm tired of these Mae Young qualifiers being 2 minutes long. Like, that's irritating. And especially if that's going to be, like, the only women's thing that happens on the show. And, like, Vanessa Bourne was cute. Her finisher was cute. Her theme song was really cute.
oh
I love her
yes.
theme song.
Such a good theme.
I kind of think her finisher has potential, but the way she hit it, I don't know if Jamie was like too heavy for her or something, or she wasn't ready. Because you know sometimes you can't hit it, but it's like if you weren't ready necessarily, like it just kind of wasn't. I don't think she did it justice. But I feel like it's definitely got potential, and she had a couple little key spots. Like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't anything like that I would be talking about for like weeks or maybe years from now, but it was like it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I would honestly days, but I knew that match was gonna be short once I saw the um video upload on YouTube was 46 seconds. I was like,
Honestly.
Derby.
Yeah, they posted it. It was 46 seconds. Like, how do
They might as
you...
well just upload the whole match. Like,
See,
they did the full match for Binky.
yeah, that's
Excuse
what...
me, Bianca Belair.
See, I don't know why they no shade because I love Vanessa, but I don't know why they didn't air Bianca's match and they aired this one. I thought Bianca's match against Aaliyah was a lot better, honestly.
Way better.
So, but they uploaded that to YouTube and then they aired this one on TV. I love Vanessa, like my girl already, like here for her. But I don't know, like she did a lot of cute stuff in the match, but I'm like, it was, it
Did
was,
she?
she did,
She
but
did. Like, she did a nice, like, she leaped over her, and then she did that kick, and then when she got up again, I think she did some kind of reversal where she flipped over, and then she, like,
Yeah, the
kicked
leap
her.
was
So I
cute,
thought,
but it was really awkward.
yeah, I feel like the match was so short they didn't like get to really do anything, and the stuff they didn't really connect because the match was so short.
That leap thing definitely needs to be done, not in the beginning of the match. It needs to be done further on because literally, what was her name? Jamie was just sitting there.
Yeah, like I liked the move, but I was just like, she hasn't gotten like enough damage to sell like
to
her
really,
like sitting
like,
there.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be a lot better if she didn't do a kick. Like, you did all that to kick her.
I thought the kick was pretty good. It sounded good, but I was just like, I don't know. I just feel like it just happened.
I would like a whole, like, a natty type thing where she, like, steps on their back and, like, clocks them.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like, kind of like with Bianca, I feel like they just need to work on their timing and pace a little bit. Like they're Bianca and Vanessa are like so new, and the fact they're going in this Mae Classic, like I'm so excited for them to get this exposure. But it's like they're so new. I don't know how well they're gonna perform against these women who are across the world being like recognized for incredible things like Tony Storm. Like I I'm here for Vanessa and Bianca. Like I love them. Like perched, but I'm just like I don't know how well they're gonna perform against them.
Which is
Well, I
very
think Bianca's gonna do really good because she looks very promising in the ring. To be honest, the only ones I'm a little worried about is like Vanessa and like Lacey because Lacey didn't really impress me that much. Like she wasn't bad, but she just didn't like have any like flair. I guess.
She had cute moves, but she, like, I don't get her gimmick doesn't really connect with, like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like she needs like more exposure. Like I feel like they should expose her. A little
She needs to go back to that Sonya from Mortal Kombat.
I love that.
Well, that was a look. That was
That's
honestly a
everything.
look. Yeah, that was a look. Yeah.
Especially since she was in, like, the military and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Ooh, she has this. Oh,
she's cute.
she. I think
She has
she's.
cute moves.
I think she's incorporating the army because I saw her at a pictures of her at a recent live event, and it was like black leather and it had like army print on it. So I'm like maybe she's gonna introduce that more in the Mae
Oh,
Classic.
maybe she do kind of like okay.
So I was like, okay, she had like a. Her hair was like all different and like it wasn't like all pinned up and everything. It was kind of like fringed and it was like really big, and I was kind of here for it. Going off of what Eve said real quick, I liked Vanessa's finisher, but I feel like she didn't put enough power into it. Like,
Yeah, it needs to hit harder.
yeah, like I think
Right.
she needs to swing faster maybe, or swing more, and then like thump her, or maybe honestly, what if like Jamie was like on the second rope, and then like
Oh, and
Vanessa
then, like,
hits
spin
her,
around
yeah,
to the front.
grabs her
Yeah,
leg,
that'd be
and then
good.
like swings power bombs her into like
Oh, that would have been cute. A cute setup, like she tries to grab her, like like the Miz when he does that one, and then he goes to the corner and like falls and sits on the second rope, and then she could just like scoop her up. Ah, bam! Like it's over.
like I feel like
Like, didn't pin her, like, traditionally, like, when she was, like, finisher, if she got up and she would put her foot on their chest. I feel like that'd be iconic.
yeah,
Or like if she did a sit out, like
yeah.
and yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff she could do with it because it's
I just
a
like
good idea.
Like, I live for, like, where they step on them and they unlift from them, and, or, like, when they crawl on top of them and they hold their shoulders down. Like, I live for those things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen like a move like that as a finisher, so I'm like, I just hope she does more with it instead of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, Asuka versus Ember announced. Like, okay.
I'm here for it. I'm so
kinda
here for
not
it.
here for it. Like I know it's gonna be a good match, but it's hard for me to like connect with it because once again, there's not really
It's so
any
predictable.
story, and then it's also like I feel like Asuka's still gonna win, and it's also like I'm not really like I like Ember Moon, I like Asuka kind of, but I'm not really like here for them because y'all already know I love the iconic duo, and they're just getting paid dust, and more dust. So
Yeah, I agree. The match is gonna be amazing, but it's just like I can't enjoy it because it's so predictable.
You think it's predictable? Who do you guys think is gonna win?
No, I'm talking
I
about
mean,
it's
I don't know if
predictable
it's
that they would put them
predictable,
against
but
each other.
it's like I don't even know. Like I feel like Asuka still is gonna retain because I feel like that's like
It'd be an
the
awesome
thing they
time for
wanted
her
to be kind of like,
losing.
oh, who's gonna beat her?
My thing is, they did include a story with Ember and Asuka, and they're already starting to build it, so I'm kind of here for that because Ember had a match the
What
first time.
story and what build
Well,
up?
they already have their little
They
thing
did.
before. Ember's done video packages, and then the tapings that happened, they did have a story before, like, they just, like, fought. Like, Ember had her match, and then she was talking shit about Asuka, saying, like, I'm ready for you now, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, the last match in the tapings or whatever, Ember clocked the fuck out of Asuka and snatched her title. And I'm just like, okay,
Well,
like,
yeah. I mean, I guess. I
it's
don't
better.
know.
It's better than what they do usually, and just like suddenly have one interaction between the person, and then at Takeover there's a match, like they do with the men a lot. So I'm just glad they actually tried to do a story, maybe.
I mean, I feel like it's because you're really here for Ember Moon too. Because I mean, like, had Ember Moon been Alexa Bliss, you would not be here for the match.
No, I would if Ember. No, if Alexa could wrestle like Ember Moon, I would be, cause like I think Ember Moon's probably the best wrestler signed currently.
No.
I definitely think that. I think
Sasha Banks.
Sasha and Ember,
Okay.
when they have a
Okay, I can
match,
agree with that. Yeah.
when they have a match, that's gonna be like one of the best ever, probably.
As much as I can't stand Asuka, I still think it's Asuka.
The best wrestler, like,
I
but
don't,
she doesn't like.
I don't think she's
I
the
feel like
best, but she's one
She
of
can
them.
do
like.
she can do so much. We haven't seen everything that she can do, but you
Mhm.
know so much.
Yeah, that's kind of where.
Finds a good wrestler, in my opinion, though, is not just in ring capability. It's also like having the ring capability, mic skills, the look, like all of that.
I'm talking
And I don't
inward.
feel like Asuka has all of that.
I think Ember has all of it except for promos. She needs to work on that a little bit, cause she's just like she's not intimidating. Like she's supposed to be the NXT War Goddess, and she's like these like little things on the mic. Like sometimes I'm like, ooh, that was slick, and sometimes I'm just like, you could do a little more.
She's boring. I don't get the work on this thing is just
Yeah,
not
like
good to me.
I don't know. It's not that I want everybody to be over the top, but it's like if that's your gimmick, like
Do
own
it,
it.
yeah.
Like when Charlotte walks in the ring, you don't even have to ask like yourself or her what her gimmick is. You know she's a queen. When Sasha comes in, I mean, granted, you can't really tell what a boss looks like unless you're wearing like, you know, a suit and tie and everything, but like you know she's about her business. Like you can just tell by her like her look. Like
Her
I
demeanor.
don't know, it's just like the vibe you give off. Like when she comes in, like I just don't feel like, oh snap, like I need to pay attention to this girl. Like no.
Like even Lacey, you know she's pinup. Like okay.
Yeah, like I don't see any, like it's not like I don't identify with it. Like I mean, even though I don't really care for Asuka that much, I mean I can see the whole Emperor stuff tomorrow. Like I see it. Like,
I feel like she. It's gonna sound weird, but I feel like Ember needs to go heel, cause like her gimmick is the War Goddess. Like she could do it
No,
as
I feel like
face,
she could do
she
it.
can't. She isn't executing it now. So I'm like, if she does go heel, I feel like she could like really turn it up and be like, not crazy, but like intimidating, like a force of nature. Like you're so unpredictable, you don't know what she's gonna do next.
I like Ember better when her mouth is closed.
But I feel like
That's
she
when-
should talk more
That's when
because
she's
that's what
pretty.
would like. And I feel like honestly, where are her war calls? Like when she does moves, like
She does
I mean,
scream
not her
sometimes, but
but like her primal scream or
she
something
does
like that.
it.
Because like when you're a warrior, like where's her war paint? Where is like, you know, like I don't know. I feel like she should have a little more fun with her character. But granted, they don't. That's what I mean. Like the story is not there because we don't know exactly why Ember and Asuka don't like each other because no there's no in between. They're not bridging the gap for us. It's just like okay, Asuka's the woman. She's been champ for almost 500 days. Oh, Ember's this new high sensation. She's a war goddess. Oh, I'm Miss Right. Let's get her shirt. She's the next biggest, hottest thing. But like, there's no story. There's no like. I mean, granted, what they did at that one takeover.
I don't know because they've been shooting a long time.
Or something. But I don't really They consider it like a feud though. It
Like
was
I
just
know
like,
I personally consider it a feud, and I know it's there, and I know they don't like each other. Like I know that's the dynamic that they want to give off. I'm just tired of seeing it, and I'm tired of NXT being so predictable.
but it's just hard for me to even like be here for it because it's like they dropped the ball with it, just like with the Sasha and Alexa thing. Because like it was same scenario. Asuka screwed over Ember, and that's how she retained the title. But there was no continuation.
Well, that's because she got injured.
Yeah, she was
But
supposed.
then, because there was a gap between there, because there was no segments, there was no
Yeah,
matches, no nothing.
That's because she was still injured.
yeah, she was injured. She did
She
promo
hadn't got injured
packages.
yet.
Yes, she did. It was the triple threat, and they were. It was supposed to be a fatal four way at the next takeover, but Ember got injured, and they still included her though. Like she was in the crowd, like watching, and then the next week she was having all these promo packages and all these interviews. Like, I'm not done with you, Asuka. Once I'm back, and I'm coming for the title, and all that kind of stuff. So I can see what they were doing with it and how they are building the storyline, and that's why I think Ember is gonna win the title.
We
But
just don't watch it because we don't care. Like
Well,
that's
now
why.
that you said that, I do remember that. But I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I'm just like not really here for it because I mean, I guess it's just not like, yeah. I don't know.
I
I
just
don't
feel
know.
like
I'm just like can't really like get into it like that. Like I'm gonna of course watch the match. I'm sure it'll be good, but I don't know.
honestly, I feel like the icons should just go to SmackDown now, and after the Mae Young Classic, have all these girls that are signed from it start working their way in NXT and start moving up other girls like Mandy, like Sonya, because she's getting matches. She had another match at tapings, but it wasn't like anything important. So I feel like after the Mae Young Classic, because I see they're putting so much focus into it now. Not that NXT is like necessarily competition with it, but it is like connected. Like, because Lady Tapa was at NXT tapings in a match, and she's in the Mae Young Classic. So I feel like after the Mae Young Classic, they really need to bring the girls who are assigned into NXT and start working with them more and kind of incorporating them in feuds that aren't the title picture because NXT was so good when we did have two feuds. Like, when it was Nia versus Bailey and then Asuka versus Emma. Like we had two different matches we could either get into. Like personally, I love like Emma versus Asuka was like one of my favorite takeover matches, and it wasn't for the title. Like I feel like they need to start doing that, especially after they have all these new girls who are here. Like they might as well just do something with them.
These new
Yeah.
girls are they're gonna have to get a show or something because they're not gonna have time on NXT and they're not gonna have time on SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is too, because it's like all of my favorites I feel like are getting like pushed to the side just because they're not like indie stars or they're not like the Nikki Cross. Like now it's like everything's like kind of changed because like when we were divas, you know, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they would probably be in Asuka's, shoes right now, and
Asuka
like
wouldn't be
Ember and Asuka struggling to get TV time, and it's like you said Asuka wouldn't what?
I said Asuka wouldn't even have been signed. Ember wouldn't have either.
I think Amber would have, but I don't think she would have.
Maybe
She's cute, but
it's like
she's not like a
But
model.
not. I said I don't think she's ugly. She just doesn't have the diva look. I don't think she would have been out. She wouldn't have been out without work, obviously.
That's true because she was in the indies during the diva era, so she was wrestling on the side. So that's true.
And suddenly, once we got a revolution, they wanted to sign her. So
But she looks so much better now. Like,
yeah,
um,
much better, but yeah, it's just, yeah. I don't know. I'm just like not here for it because I don't like how like a lot of my girls are getting like signed, and I can be real with myself, like because when you like stand somebody really hard, like you see no flaws, but I'm just like, I feel like honestly that I felt like the iconic duo was the ones who got the most like build as far as like everything, at least before, because they had been doing matches, they were putting
they were
Asuka
on
on
for like
notice,
weeks
and they
after
never got their
weeks.
story. Yeah, and they never really got a story. They just came out, made a statement, and then nothing else happened. Like they
They
got
put them against
their
they
match,
put
but
them
it's just
against
like I don't know. It's just
they put them they decided to put them against Liv and then not have them go against Asuka afterwards
yeah,
because
and like
they want
they
to.
literally dragged Asuka. Like, they went out to the parking lot and, like, let her have it. Like, none of that has happened with, like, Ember and Asuka. They haven't really had, like, a face-off. I mean, okay, granted, at this taping, you said we saw that, but it's, like, still, like, I don't know. I feel like my girls are getting cheated. I don't
NXT
like
just
it.
has too many girls, and they don't know what to do with it. Like, WWE's gonna have to come up with something, because they're signing all these women, they're putting them in the Mania Classic, they're doing this, that, and the third, they're coming out with a new title. And if we're not getting two feuds now, then I'm scared for the title for the Mania Classic.
I don't know if we are getting a title now. Apparently it's a trophy, and then some say it's a title. I don't even know, but I hope it's
The
a
men get a
title.
title and the women don't. That's sucks.
I hope it's a title because if they get a trophy and then the cruiserweights get a title and then the United Kingdom get a title, that's just fake. That's just fake.
Like, the
Beyond
Cruiserweights get a title
fake.
and a show that nobody wants to do. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Mania Classic,
Like,
now that we've dogged um
And I feel like every single day we're getting a new name change, and I can hardly keep track of all these girls at this point. Because, like, I know them as their first name, and then suddenly it's changed, and I'm just like, wait, which one was this one again? Julia Ho, who has that really cute, like, black, yellow, and purple gear.
okay, I was gonna say, like, isn't she the woke one?
Mm-hmm. Her new name's Zeta? I don't
Probably
know.
Zeta.
I'm kind of here for that, because it sounds like a baddie, and her gear like kind of fits that in my opinion. And then Victoria Gonzalez, she was in the Battle Royal a few weeks back. She was like the first one eliminated. She had that blue gear, like if anyone remembers.
Oh.
Yeah, but her new name is Reina Gonzalez. I like, okay, like why couldn't you just make it Vicky or something? But
And then there's a whole bunch of new people being added. There's to the Mania Classic. There's Rachel Ellering, Kaylee Ray, Aisha Ray, Jessica James, Lady Tapa, Miranda, Marty Bell, Santana Garrett, Renee Michelle, Mercedes Martinez, Shayna Baszler, Nicole Savoy, and Barbie Hayden. And personally, the only ones that I know about or know who they are is Lady Tapa, which I'm super woke for. She should have been in WWE. Marty Bell. I'm not particularly woke because I don't particularly like her. I just
I
like.
love Marty Bell. Just saying.
I know
Dollhouse.
who she is in
Team
NXT.
Dollhouse.
Or not NXT, TNA. Ooh. Santana Garrett, which I'm woke for because I loved her in TNA. Brittany.
Oh, yes.
Content, iconic, lesbian gimmick, here for it. And Barbie Hayden, I know who she was because I watched her on Knockouts, Knockdown against, what was her name? Raquel. And she was clocking Raquel, and then I watched like other matches because I thought she was really cute. And honestly, if she gets signed, Dana is running. That's really fun.
Yeah,
I know,
it's so crazy how much they look alike.
yeah.
I know these two have the same like opinion that, well, not the same opinion, but they're woke for the ones that I said that we really know, like we know their names.
Yeah.
Wide awake.
Like I know a lot of these honestly, but like I'm really excited for Lady Tapa and Santana Garrett and Marty Bell especially because I don't know, I like them outside of WWE, so I feel like they're gonna be really entertaining in the Mania Classic. Like the other girls I've heard of, a lot of them, like I know Kaylee Ray's like really good apparently, but I haven't watched anything. And then Rachel Ellering's always on NXT jobbing, so I'm not really behind her because she's doing nothing when I see her. So that's that.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't bring back Blue Pants.
Oh, if they did, if they really,
Like, I kind of would have been here for that.
no, they need to stop now because the selection they have now is good. We do not need blue pants in this.
That's okay. They'll just sign her to SmackDown. Blue Pants, Blue Brand.
They can keep that. They can keep that.
And next on the list is something outside of WWE, but the All Women's Comic Con panel on July 20th.
That's woke.
Honestly, like I'm not going, so I can't really say too much about it. But I can say like that's like
I'm not
actually
I'm not
getting
gonna be there.
a panel.
But it's like Isn't that crazy? Like, oh my god.
I'm pressed that I'm not gonna be there. Like, ugh.
Like a few years ago, like we'd be lucky if we got one girl on the Comic Con panel, let alone like five
Like
or
all
six.
women one.
Like, isn't that crazy? Like,
Like
and
we're women.
like it's insane, and I'm just like really happy we've come that far. Where not that it's like, you know, like surprised that's happening, but it's like acceptable now. Because I feel like WWE would have never done anything like
Yeah,
this.
we finally made it.
Honestly, like,
Bella Appetit, Bella Appetit, baby. Oh, like I'm so excited about that.
I don't know what that is.
So that's like Nikki. I think it's just Nikki. It's her own little like show on YouTube, like a little mini series or whatever of her like going all through Napa Valley, like showing us like all her favorite wines, favorite beers, foods, you name it. And it just looks awesome because I used to watch Food Network with my grandmom all the time, and like I just love it. It makes me hungry, but it's awesome. I'm excited. I will be tuning
Oh,
in.
yeah,
I
I
thought it
don't.
was
Yeah, I don't drink wine. I'm
I love my
underage.
wine.
Uh, and I really don't even watch their YouTube channel that much, so I'm probably not gonna watch this. At least you're
it's nice
doing
you're doing
something.
something different.
Yeah, like it's not just
Yeah.
strictly, you know, wrestling or this and that. Like I love when girls branch out and do separate things. Like even though this is obviously affiliation with WWE or something, like still perched. Like do something different.
So first. And then we got the SBs. There was a lot of looks today. Like,
Yeah, in specific, there was one, two, three. There was three looks.
so bogus. She was repping Birdie B, and it was cute. You guys
She
did.
can rep Birdie B, but she can rep Birdie B not at the SB.
Yeah, like it was cute, but like for the red carpet, especially her. Like she's wearing that at red carpet, especially when she's the one that's always glammed. Like
I was like, girl, are you going to the club, a street party, or are we at a red carpet event? Cause
right.
I
I
thought
can't.
it still looked cute and classy. I thought it was like that kind of like, what is it? Like dressy casual kind of. I thought it
It
was
looks
so cute.
cute,
I
but
liked
that's
it.
something I would wear to like Starbucks.
Like when people are like no makeup day, but they really do makeup and they spend like an hour doing it, but it's just like the natural look, you know, kind of like a no makeup day. That's how I
Mhm.
look at that outfit. Like it's cute, and you can tell she like it fits her well and all that, but it's just like the red carpet. Like I get you wanna put your brand out there, but the red carpet,
It was very underwhelming.
yeah,
Whatever. I thought it was cute. I loved it.
My favorite summer looked bomb.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that bun and then her like bangs. A look.
Right. And I love how they're sending her to all these events, but they don't want to put her on TV. But that's a whole different story, and I don't want to get into a 2 hour discussion about Summer Rae. But
But what were your favorites, Eve? What was your favorite?
My favorite look was. I thought, you know what? I thought Maurice looked really good. Like, I loved her hair, and like her dress was really good. A little low cut, showing a little cleavage, and she had like a really nice accessory, the Miz. Like, honestly, how could you not love her look?
Cameron, which one was your favorite?
it was definitely a tie between Lana and Marie,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say Lana because like she was serving body, she was
The
serving
most ravishing
substance.
woman to
She was in
appear
all
on the
black.
SB's
Her
red
wig was
carpet.
laid.
Yeah. Yeah, like I agree with Cameron. Like I was tied between them two, but like looking at this picture I sent, like the second one of Lana, like I'm sold. Like her
Right.
hair,
The
that makeup,
shoes,
even her earrings looking like they're sparkling and shit. Like I see
right.
you.
Her rings, like, and I love that it wasn't just like a regular dress. Like she has like the bra and like the high waisted shorts like underneath it. Like that's so cute.
Yeah, like she's like I know it's 100 degrees. I'm gonna wear good. I'm gonna show off my body, and I'm not gonna sweat because she has an airy dress on. Like honestly,
Honestly,
a concept.
same.
Like honestly, here for it.
I still like Nikki's look too, to be honest. Oh, you know, I didn't even notice like Oh, it looks like Summer looked really good.
The only thing I didn't like about Summers is like it's not that it was ugly, but it reminds me of her dancing gears so bad.
Yeah, it looks like she's going
She
to
totally
that
does
thing.
look like a dancer. Like she's getting ready to do like red carpet for like Dancing with the Stars or something.
Yeah.
Do really like Maurice's. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with mine though, because she has a little sexy slit, showing a little leg. I like it.
Yeah, she looked
I
good.
like that about Lana too. Like it wasn't just straight to the floor. Like the slit on the side. Like I wasn't a huge slit.
Well, she had like a high slit though.
Yeah, Maurice's was like
Oh, like you could see her like her coochie, like her cookie,
right.
move the wrong way.
Like honestly,
Like Nim fashion, understandable.
Yes,
Maybe
or be wearing them fashion. Yes, I
canceled.
love
yeah,
them
because
fashion.
Nem Fashion does have dresses and like really cute stuff and sporty stuff and casual stuff. So here for that.
All looks.
Honestly, like I would be broke if I like wore her clothes. Like I would be broke.
I can't
Honestly.
wait for the men's line.
Right? I emailed I emailed them once and I was like, so when are you guys releasing a men's line? I didn't think they were gonna reply. But they did, and they said not anytime soon, but it's in the works. So I'm just like,
Woke.
eh.
Woke.
Spoilers from Everything Divas.
Right. Oops, exposed. But they're gonna be all
Yeah,
sold
Eva
out by
Marie is
me.
a very, very close friend to the show.
Right. Like she called me before we like recorded, so
Yeah, it was finally time to like be able like for it to be leaked.
right.
And you know that like Money in the Bank briefcase that everyone signed, like all the girlies on SmackDown that they auctioned off. Honestly, Carmella sent me one, so
Oh my, okay. I saw that and I was legit like, I don't know. I was like seeing how much it was because I was like, I wonder how
I
much
know
it's
I was
actually gonna go
hurt.
for.
I was like, oh my god, like this is like $200, like
Right? I was like, if it's cheap, what if I bought this for Cameron's birthday? Because I saw Carmella in it, and then it was like two. I was like,
yeah, I thought it was 1,000. I was like,
I was
But
like,
yeah, it's getting auctioned off. And
I
people all
know,
signed it.
but I was like,
You guys are cray cray.
right? Like, stop the bid after
It's
like
for
10 minutes.
charity. It's for
Okay.
charity.
Well, I don't have that
silly.
money to get it, so.
honestly, one of y'all can just pay for my WrestleMania access, and I can meet her at WrestleMania access. Thanks.
Yeah.
That'll
Fun.
be my birthday present.
A concept. I would say the same, but Eva's not there anymore, so I don't even care. Like, I'm currently Alicia crying when no one broke up with her this week. Like, that's literally me right now trying to act calm because I'm, like, so desperate for Eva to return. Like, I act calm, but inside, like,
I'm dying.
I'm crying. Like, I'm drowning my own tears, like, as we speak. But...
You're waiting, you're purged.
Right, like, the second she comes out, like, I'm jumping the barricade. Even if I'm at home, I'm gonna somehow get there, jump the barricade, and, like, be there with her. Like, you know? Yeah.
Because you're her best friend.
Right, like, she just called me. But anyways, that's it for this week. We filmed this Wednesday night, so if, you know, stuff comes out Thursday before we, like, post this, that's why. Because, you know, I'm going to the Man Classic tapings. So, I'm so excited, and honestly, right, like, I might live tweet stuff, so...
Honestly,
So don't
we're gonna do a
go
special
on
program
his page
between
or anything,
Bethany
just
and
in
Ryan
case.
because Eve doesn't want to know the spoilers.
Right. Like,
Oh,
honestly,
excuse me? No.
I'm posting these spoilers. Like, I'm gonna give my Twitter followers a notice. Like, I'm gonna be like,
Put
mute
them on
me.
note.
Right, I'm gonna be like, mute me now if you don't want Mae Young spoilers. Like, cause like once spoilers are out, personally, that's all I look for. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll look for spoilers and then I'll watch the match regardless. But like the Mae Young Classic, this historic thing, like I need to know what happens if I wasn't going. Like, I'd be waiting at my phone for spoilers. So
Like,
I'm gonna try to avoid them as much as I can.
The only thing I didn't want to see, because we were gonna have to wait until like August to like watch them. So like,
I
I'd rather-
know.
you'll probably, honestly, you'll probably forget by then.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Just text
The only
me.
match like I didn't want spoilers was the Money in the Bank match because you know I was at work and I was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Because like this is like such a big thing, like this women's tournament.
The only thing is, it's being taped a month ahead, so the spoilers are gonna get out regardless if I'm the one who do it or someone else, because, you know, like if something's
Yeah.
taped, it's gonna
Just
be
like when
everywhere.
it's cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well, I guess I'll just like find out when you come back then.
I'm not gonna. Just text me which girls you don't want to know. You know. Because, like, if it's just, like, a match, like, Vanessa versus, like, Rachel Ellering, like, I'll be like, okay, I'll tell you who wins, because it's not, like, you know, like, you're not here for them.
So, be perched on Ryan's Twitter for Mae Young Classic spoilers if you're interested. I definitely will be. That's all for this episode. We're going to tell you where to find us once again, and just in case you miss it or you can't hear us.
Sorry about that. That's going to be fixed.
It's going to be in the description. Keep telling us about these volume issues if they persist. But if they sound like, if we sound fine, like let us know. Like, I mean, clearly we're so new and we're working on things. But you can find me on Instagram at Endless Divas and on Twitter at It's CamiCam.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Lilith R with 2 R's.
And then you can find me on Instagram at everything_divas, and then on Twitter, Ryan Sebi, which is RyanSebei.
And yeah, so make sure you follow my cat, 2Ginge, on Instagram. And she's a rich bitch.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't with y'all. Anyways, goodbye everyone. See you next time.